What's up, good people? How y'all doing? I hope y'all had a wonderful and blessed Christmas. And today I want to talk about very briefly some SPACs that still have a lot of uproom, a lot of upward momentum. And so I noticed that a lot of people always ask, is it too late to get into this stock? Is it too late to get into this stock? And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to talk about just three SPACs, but not limited to. So I know a lot of you guys are going to say, but what about this? But what about that? We'll cover those, but you can only do so much. And we try to keep these videos in a time constraint, right? So what I want to do is just give you guys just three today of SPACs that I think have a lot of potential, still have room to grow so you can still make money. So yeah, you won't make as much money as others that's gotten in early, but there's still money to be made. So for those of you that are new, make sure you just hit the subscribe button and the notification bell right now and just hit the all button. Because as you can see, we're a family of over 100,000 and we make good money here. Yes, there's other great pages, but we like for you guys to stop by and just kick it with us and make some money, right? 2021 is going to be off the chain for us. We're going to make money because I have learned how to invest in a bull and a bear market. As a matter of fact, I learned how to invest in a bear market, right? So a bull market is I'm not going to say easy, but it's much easier than a bear market. Let's get right into it. So for those of you that just sit on the sideline and you see a stock pop and everybody's talking about a stock and you go, yeah, but it already made a run. That you got to understand this. You don't chase a bull, but if you see that the bull has a lot of space to run, then you need to at least look at it. So for instance, on the 23rd, for those of you that know who Cramer is on CNBC, Cramer is a talking head that I respect. Cramer. I don't hate Cramer or dislike Cramer, but Cramer did not like SPACs. So I will tell you guys this. I suggest all of you that just have a Robinhood to get a Fidelity or Schwab or TD Ameritrade. Don't just have a Robinhood, right? We're going to talk about that later because there are certain stock that you cannot buy on Robinhood. But I also suggest that you have two portfolios. You have one for long-term investing and one for trading, like swing trades, right? So I do swing trades and investing, and I profit both ways. So a lot of you guys ask which one is better. Why not do them both? I think you need to do them both, especially now in a bull market. There are times where you can make a short pop. So for instance, okay, let's look at XL Fleet. On the 23rd, I had some XL already, right? And then Mr. Jim Cramer said that XL was an absolute buy. Yes, I had some XL. But when he said that in a swing trade play, soon as I heard him saying it, I'm listening to CNBC, I threw $1,000 at it, right? It ran up over 80%. And from that $1,000, I made $860 something. So like, what's that? That's 86%. So I made that type of money in a matter of hours. And I sold it because in my trading account, I'm going to make more money on XL, right? So that's why I suggest to you guys, it's okay to do them both, right? There's swing trades and there's investing, but that was a Hail Mary blessing. So here, you see here on the 23rd, it was at 2061. And then this is still the 23rd. It ran all the way up 3404, right? And so you got to understand, people like that are powerful, that people are listening to, they create sometimes what's called a pump and dump, but they also create a buying frenzy. And so we have to understand this is chess. It's not just based on the earnings and evaluation of these companies anymore. Sometimes you got to learn how to jump in like double dutch, and you got to know when to get in and when to get out. So that was a swing play. So for those of you that say, hey, it already made a run, as you can see, yes, it had on the 22nd, it made a run, right? From the 22nd to the 23rd, it made a run. But it made a bigger run after some of you guys says, oh, well, it already made a run. So what I'm trying to do is help you guys make more long-term money, right? So that is like one of the SPACs that I think still has a lot of room, all right? So in an EV, electric vehicles, let's go to Switchback. Switchback, as you guys know, that they kept kicking the merger date back. That's nothing. What I want you guys to understand is that they're a EV charging company that has 70%, over 70% of market share. I believe that is going to have a long-term run. This is another SPAC that I had a short-term play and a long-term play. I did some profit taking in one of my accounts, and I popped it. I sold it at 150%. So that's great money. So I sold it at 150%, made that short-term money, but but that was only probably a third of my holdings, right? I have 2/3 still left because I believe that Switchback is going to be double what it is now. That's what I believe. And it's a hold for me. And so for those of you that's not in Switchback, you still have time to get in it. There's still room to have. It's like when you're sitting in the restaurant and they ask, can I top that off? Let's make that top off money. So Switchback is not going anywhere. It's only going to get bigger. You know, having said that, let's talk about an EV that's not a SPAC, which is Tesla. Tesla is going to be worth $900 one day, right? And so for those of you that keep saying, well, I'm waiting, I have a friend that's been waiting ever since it was $500. And then I got in and he says, well, I'm waiting. Then it went to $700. He says, well, I'm waiting on the dip. Then it went to $9. Then it went to $1,000. Then it went to $2,000. Guess what, good people? He's still waiting. And he's missed all of that money. So at some point, you got to look at the company, see what they're doing, see what the projection is, and see if it's room for you to make money. Let's keep it. I'm going to do one more today. I want to keep this one short. All right. And that is BFT, right? Foley Transium Acquisition. I think that this entire space is just going to be huge. Listen, I'm going to say something that a lot of people are coining, a phrase that people have already around the world has coined. Money is dirty, right? We're going to a cashless system. Remember, I always teach you guys, we have to look for the future and get in early. So we're heading to a moneyless system. You know, if you love money, that's fine. If you love the way a dollar bill feels and having a pocket full of money, I do too. But let's look at reality. We're heading to a cashless system. That's why cryptocurrency and all of that. And yeah, and there is a lockstep. Cryptocurrency, it operates in lockstep with gold. But we're getting away from money. We've already had before cryptocurrency. It's called a credit card. You know, most of us don't even use cash anymore. And so you got stuff like PayPal and all these pay systems that's allowing you to make these transactions and not have cash. And that's where we're going. That's why I'm bullish on BFT, because it's only going to get bigger. The contracts they have with Microsoft and all of this, that is really a small portion. So if you think you've missed this run, I'm telling you, it's still money to be made. Now, we all know, I'm going to say this and I want you guys to listen. We know how SPACs operate, right? They go up, they hit the merger, and then there's a sell-off. But the sell-off is not because the stock is not good. The sell-off is people taking profits, like I do. And then it comes back down. So it's okay to wait on that dip. But just know, just like in Excel, there was room pre-merger, right? So there's room now to buy. And so that's what we have to keep our eyes on. So in 2021, we are going to be more savvy investors and we're going to maximize our earning potentials, right? So, hey, if I said anything, just one thing that helped you to see and be a better investor, hit that like button right now. As you guys could see, I'm not in my regular studio. I'm doing a rebranding. That's going to be on the first of the year. And I'm getting ready for what I think is my best, most informative video, which is called $1 Million Cup of Coffee. That's going to help the average guy. And so, listen, at the end of this video, which is now, you're going to see a link up here. I want everybody to watch this because I am not trying to make billionaires out of millionaires. I'm trying to make millionaires out of the average working Joes, right? That's the legacy I want to leave this earth, right? So I'm not going to get all mushy and all of that right now. But hey, I love you guys and we will see you on the next one. All right? Live, love, laugh, and learn.